Gold leaf. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been obsessed like most of my life with also what is going on here? Because how did I do that? And I love it also. Some like weird kneadable eraser thing or something. I need to figure out how to do that again. That's so cool. Um, I've always my entire life been obsessed with the book The Secret Garden. Um, and then this is for that story concept with the character with the orchids. You killed. I mean, the character with the orchids. Oh my gosh. The character with the freckles. I like the vibes, I like the shapiness, and I'm finally starting to get like better at anatomy to a point where I'm like, okay, looking at the drawings. Definitely very obsessed with like occult imagery and ideas and concepts. And this is a quote from Machiavelli because I read The Prince. Sorry, I'm looking at my cat. I I read The Prince and there was like Castruccio or whatever, like a quote that Machiavelli said that Castruccio said was, "I am what God wills, what God desires shall be." And thought that sounded like kind of cool and creepy. I'm trying to do like a mock-up for a skirt thing. Never did that. I do occasionally do sewing projects, but it's very occasional. I drew a Ouija project or a Ouija board and I used it and then I glued it in here, which is not, if you are really serious about Ouija, that's not really something you want to do, but I don't know how serious I am. So definitely leaning into like demons and fun stuff like that, I guess. More Adrienne. It's a vibe, like there's something to it for sure. More cartoony stuff. Amy Winehouse, chat shit, get banged. I'm very like, I was definitely still finding who I was here. And this is the moment, this right here is the page where I discovered Poscas, guys, and my life was forever changed. I was obsessed with In Front of Apple, Princess May, Govmanian, yeah. Way back in the day, she used to follow me because I would draw like UNIF stuff. Salem Mitchell, yeah. And then these original drawings are kind of cute. Kind of like a creepy rabbit thing. I don't know what the deal with that is, but Salem Mitchell again. Both of these kind of suck. But I guess I was just like getting used to Poscas and stuff. This eye is really fun. I got like a watercolor palette. Oh, this spread right here. I still think about this drawing. Like, there's really not anything I would change about it. It's so cool to me. These are this little watercolor palette that are like very strong colors, and it was just really everything to me. Nicholas Uribe. This is what I'm discovering more like atelier, like serious artists, like fine artists in my life. Um, and it had an impact on me for sure. More Secret Garden stuff. I still want to make Secret Garden based things. And I just love like colors. I love colors, you know what I mean? This is Anders Zorn study in a Zorn palette. I'm telling y'all, I was really like I was grinding. This was something Princess May posted like I don't know, on her Instagram, on her story, something. 2018. Holy crap. Uh and I love this study that I did of it. I was into Instagram. I would just paint, I would see something that I thought was cool and I would just paint it. I don't know what the deal with this is, but yeah. And then this is probably Edwin Austin Abbey. It's cool. I like the little studies I was doing here. I would do studies differently nowadays, but I'm sure I learned a lot from these. I'm sure I did. Because this is around the time where my paintings got a little bit better, arguably. Arguably. So definitely this is Dosha Dang. I'm pretty sure. Ethics Gradient, Dos Diablos. Goats. I still love drawing goats. I love that page. Um, this yellow pen and me, we had a time. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with like an orangey yellow pen, but we really had a time together, me and that pen. I don't fuck ruling the country. I just want to play the flute. I don't understand. I don't understand, but whatever. Um, Valentine's Day card ideas. You give me wings. I'll be here for you 24/7. You take my breath away. Like just like kind of like slightly edgy, but like funny. I think that's my niche, is like kind of funny, dark humor, a little bit edgy. Salem Mitchell again. I was obsessed. Loved her freckles. More Zorn palette stuff. Really fun, still leaning into the occult kind of vibes. I really like this sketchbook. What do you know? Like seriously, I was not obsessed with working on covers. So it's kind of hard to tell which is which. But yeah, I'm starting to like try to get a little bit more organized with my sketchbooks here. A little bit. This is that same character with the orchids. I like how I styled her. I like how I have her hair. Like, I kind of like everything about the vibes of that, honestly. Freckle character. I don't even remember his name. It's probably like Cole or something. I start getting into drawing bugs here. It's crazy to see like the origin of that. But yeah, this is like around the time. So we have some like storyboarding, sort of. I took an AV class. I don't know if this is before or after, but we learned a little bit about storyboarding, and I think maybe that inspired me. I still like the look of this, the characters from this. And then we had a guy with an eyebrow piercing. I had like character archetypes that would come up again and again and again. And like low-key, they were like sort of based on people in my real life. Sort of not, but yeah, just fun little doodles. I like everything that's going on here. This was such an era for me when I was drawing this girl all the time. And I would just have like moments where I did like really good gesture. I also was doing these huge oil paintings, and I would draw this character over and over and over again. Her name was Bunny, and yeah, the gag was that she looked like a bunny. the start of something that could have been cute, but it's also very e-girl to have the hearts under the eyes like that. And I'm thumbnailing for paintings that I didn't make. And yeah, I'm pretty much like laying it out here, what I was interested in and the themes and my motifs I was interested in at the time. Mirrors, Old Masters, Occult, Secret Garden. And, you know, my interests have shifted a little bit since then. This is fun. I really, really like this. I was flipping through this earlier and I was like, whoa. Fiona Apple lyrics. And then I drew this character, but I guess I drew him wrong. Classic profile for me. I definitely posted that everywhere in this. By everywhere, I mean Instagram, because I only had Instagram. Yeah, just character drawings. I'm trying to get bigger. I remember very intentionally trying to like blow up the scale of my characters because I'd get this big sketchbook and then I'd just draw little ones. And it hurt my wrist too. I would draw and draw and draw and draw until I hurt my wrist. Yes, yes, yes. More characters from the same thing. Yeah, I think this is an era where I'm kind of between two worlds and I'm getting more into painting. And I'm drawing less, although the outcome of that, the fallout of that, has a few years yet to fully come to fruition. But I'm drawing more details of things and always studying, not a lot, but a little bit, which is how you should do it, honestly. I hate how empty these pages are. This is definitely a reference from something, but like, you know, who up pondering the orb. I probably posted that caption with it. I have some figures. These are nice. Like I'm capable of nice figures at this point. This is like maybe junior year of high school. Adrienne, the character develops. Or does she? I guess this is more similar to what I would do with her now. Because she's still alive. She's still kicking. I'm still thinking about her. And then Scooby-Doo. I had a very strange moment of obsession with Scooby-Doo at this period of time. Not strange. I love Scooby-Doo. I love Scooby-Doo. There's that. All right, so I had finally started dating my sketchbook sometime at this point, I guess. So this is going into sophomore year. I'm dabbling with this like cartoonish style at this point. I actually still like the look of this. Not really sure what the inspiration is, but it's a vibe. I always like drawing skulls. This is not a very good one, but this is one of the first commissions I did. I think that person maybe still follows me on Instagram, so that was a really cool experience. We got the guy from IT Clown, and I was thinking about doing like a playing card deck. And I just needed some random thing to base like digital paintings off of, and I leaned into playing cards a lot. I don't know. Don't know why. This freaky creature, I don't know. I don't know what compelled me to draw this freaky creature. I do really like this drawing. I like the strength and the boldness of the shadows and whatnot. I was obsessed with this underpass. This is a real underpass I used to like hang out in, I guess. I don't know. So we got a side table. Used to have this really big candle I like to use. We're doing fun pen stuff. I love as I'm getting into my pen, no underdrawing era, kind of working on my line confidence. I don't really know how much better I've really gotten since then. I mean, I have, but like, there's definitely a period of time where I haven't been practicing, just drawing people from imagination and stuff. Um, Another like kind of cartoony thing. I don't know what the deal was with that, but yeah. You can see she has the piercings that I have now. I only have my doubles. I think we covered that, but that's so funny to me. This may have been an Inktober thing. Another self-portrait where I'm like not really looking the right way, like making eyes point in the right direction was definitely an issue that I was having. This is cool. I don't know what this is. Something spooky, I guess. Really bad habit of like not filling out these pages here. This is fun with the shoes. Yeah, I guess this is me like attempting Inktober kind of, and then attempting thumbnails. This is fun. Uh, definitely not the most delicate shading of life, but I don't know what compelled me to draw that, but like, come on, girl, like, do something more with the pages, please. So, yes, confirmed Inktober. This is fun, actually. I kind of love this. I don't know, like, what's going on, but I do kind of love it. Okay. Not really much going on there. There's just like a bunch of scribbles. I do like the thickness, the boldness, the weird eye thing. All very cool. I need to lean into the horror art more nowadays. And I shall. This is actually pretty fun. Never really get sick of a face and side profile. Even to this day, I still kind of like it. I remember really being proud of this one. Like, yeah, it has its issues, but it was all... Yeah, I don't think that I used any pencil for this. Maybe just a little to get the head shape, but the background in particular, I like. I don't know why we're labeling this Secret Garden. I guess it's like inspired because that's supposed to be the wall. But I don't know who this is. I guess she's the widow, or not the widow, the woman who widowed the man. Maybe it's a grown-up version of that character. I don't know. Abigail again. I think this is like Lion Decker inspired, very vaguely, maybe. This is really fun. I would still draw something like that with the eyes. Yeah, I like her weird little pupil things. Yeah, I guess it was very like horror themed because it's October. So this is probably a witch doctor prompt. Interesting. I was going off some kind of prompt. This is cool too. Ghost hands. This really freaks me out, honestly, and also like, ew. I don't know what to do about it. Let's just pretend we never saw that. And then I don't think I finished this because I'll give myself a break because the spine totally broke down on this. But I feel that I should maybe salvage and rebind all that paper because I like the paper in these books, and that's kind of a waste. Sure, and I gave up on the legs. I actually really like what's going on here at the top of the body though. Actually, like there's a lot of things about this stance and pose that I like. Um, all right. That's that on that. Okay, well, hopefully this is more in order. Okay. Face sketches. Loved REM. Still do, actually. I like this sketchbook, actually, now that I'm remembering. Adrienne, they're not good drawings, but there's a lot of anatomy stuff in here. A lot of pen stuff. Oh, this is gonna be so hard to show. I think I was saying earlier, like in one of the middle school sketchbooks, cocaine, you feel me, bro, that's crazy. Definitely wasn't doing cocaine. That I was obsessed, I'm obsessed with this neon pink color. So this is probably, I'm probably trying to use up those pens at this point because I realized I didn't like gel pens. And I wanted to buy other pens, but I told myself I had to use them up. Really was obsessed with this Posca color. I think it's apple green. I still am, actually. I just recently bought that in a new size. So it's a lot of anatomy stuff. You know, the boring stuff, the boring important stuff. And I know some people like separate out their studies from their other stuff, and I just don't, I guess I don't care enough to do that. Or like I'm not focused and deliberate enough to do that, but that's okay. Really obsessed with the phrase chat chick get banged, apparently. Yeet. So yeah. More Adrienne. Definitely her vibes. She's based on Diane from Cheers, but like she's supposed to be kind of evil. And I feel like this really like gets to a lot of her character, these colors and stuff here. Because she's supposed to be like an 80s kind of business lady. Like there's a lot that goes into that character there, but probably some of my final drawings of the mouthless and eyeless characters. I don't remember their names. This is Inktober. I think I got like a few days into Inktober this time around. I've started Inktober several times. I don't believe I've ever finished it. I was working through Dynamic Anatomy by Bern Hogarth. Shout out. I had anatomy class. I love drawing anatomy, dude. Like, it's kind of my favorite. More of that weird bunny. Does anybody watch sketchbook videos anymore? I don't know. Bern Hogarthing it up. He has really, I mean, these are all like, these are not my studies. I feel like that should be obvious, but this is really interesting drawings of anatomy, and that's beautiful. Like I didn't create that, but my rendering of that drawing is beautiful, and I like the pen that I used. Probably a Posca. This was some statue, probably from 100 Heads reference gallery again, but okay. More Burn Hogarth. Ugh. The aesthetic, y'all. The aesthetic of these anatomy drawings is pretty good. I mean, like, it's kind of hard to comment on all of this stuff. You end up seeing the same tropes over and over again. But I'm drawing my backpack. I'm drawing a bunny. I'm using highlighters. I'm drawing my character again. Burn Hogarth. I hope I can, like, make this interesting somehow. I feel like I've gone over this so many times. I drew this specific drawing. It might have also been Inktober. Because I had a nightmare. Because I used to be really scared of, like, the concept of witches. And I don't know why. I have a drawing of this guy in a different sketchbook that I showed earlier. Oh my gosh. And then this is from Psycho, but I think it's inspired by Framed Ink, because I was going through Framed Ink at the time, which is a book on composition, if you didn't know. Yeah. Legless lizard. Chihuahuita. Yeah. It's a kakapo! Let's go! This is a fun page. Just like random pen drawings, I guess. Draw ugly. I love that. I don't know. I don't know. I was like jealous of my former self sometimes, but then I get like looking through all of this stuff now, I'm like, okay, like there's not a lot of substance, and that's probably why I don't do things in the same way anymore. But I'm drawing potato bugs, very obsessed with potato bugs, Jerusalem crickets, goats, snakes. Yeah. Thumbnail. This is fun. I mean, this is a fun drawing exercise to just do different thumbnails and stuff. Very important to practice these things. This is a fun Chihuahuita drawing. Okay. Yeah, very sketchy kind of stuff. Oh, okay. I guess the bunny's name is Bun Bun. I always really liked this drawing. I don't know why. And then I was watching Batman with my friend. I was in her childhood bedroom and I was drawing these. We were watching a Batman movie, like a good one, and I made Bootman. Kakapo page, legendary Kakapo page. I love a good Kakapo. People are just not catching on to this bird on TikTok, but I've been new. Like, I love their stupid little, I love that they can't fly. Love it. Love a good Kakapo. Another drawing that I still think about and love is this one right here. I just like, I like that I didn't color in the lines with their makeup, and I just love it. I don't know how to put that I love it, but oh, she's doing a little junk journaling. Look at that. This is kind of cool. These two are kind of cool. I really like the way my Posca drawings looked back then. Right now, I would probably do it more like a painting, but I would just love the clean, kind of cool look. Like that's not even very me. Like I don't know how I came up with that. These are older that I kind of pasted in. I think sometimes I just wanted to like fill in a page. If I ever found the motivation to like actually finish a sketchbook with some of these, I was really, really forcing myself. I'm such a person to just move on and like forget about my sketchbook that wasn't even finished yet, but yeah, I guess I was working on not doing that. I also was making a lot of houses in The Sims and then drawing them or like learning about house structure and what a reasonable room plan would be from The Sims. So I credit that with a lot of my improvement in drawing homes. More Adrienne drawings. My idea for her is that she's really rich, and I don't know how exactly I'm gonna do that, but I just love her and her bitchiness. Remember, everyone, you're drinking the blood of my enemies. Blue, 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 blue. Yeah. Gel pens. I never use them anymore. I love this little staple guy. That's cute. And then I drew a lot of dinosaurs. I forget what this guy's called. I shouldn't, because it's my favorite dinosaur, but I did. So this is my OC. Her name is Karen with a C. Original character, all mine, please don't steal. Like, that's very cute and funny to me. I still like these. New sketchbook. Got a lot of pen stuff. Lists and stuff. I don't know. I think I was working on some kind of art. I think there was a digital thing that I did that I was kind of drawing for. Portraits. I like this one. This is a good portrait. And then we have thumbnails for a painting. I liked putting characters in situations for paintings. I drew some of my friends at the time and a dog. We took photos. They were very nice about it. I asked them to give me reference and they let me take photos. This is really fun. I still kind of love this painting in particular, actually. I like all of this, honestly. Like, these are all very, very solid little painting studies. So good on me for that, I suppose. We have more studies. This is like a royalty-free image, and then I was messing with patterns. I was really into like any kind of prehistoric extinct creature. Bleeding eyes. I just wish I had tackled the perspective differently, but what are you gonna do? Another like part of a landscape. I just really wish I had like attempted to resolve this here. But this is cool, kind of cool because I think it's winter and there's like snow on the leaves and stuff. A lot of random thumbnailing stuff going on. I made this. I made this. And then more Posca stuff. Oh, this was a turning point for me. I was, and I thought I made this in 2020, but I think I made it way earlier now that I'm sort of realizing, or I guess I should check my Instagram because then I'd be able to know. But yeah, I guess it was 2020 and I was 18. I just like love this. It has issues, but something about the way I did the eyes and like the facial proportioning and the outfit. More thumbnails. I had this series where I was doing isopods. I don't know why I liked isopods so much, but like random little. These are all nice. These are all originals. I think that's referenced, but everything else. And I'm starting to like get to a place with my style that I kind of like. More word stuff. That's when I first got my Prius. Wish I could go back in time and get a different car, but yeah. Bunch of like calf ideas, I guess. Getting into really into frogs. Oh, this is the Texas Freeze. That is precisely when this was happening. This is a cool little rendering. I don't know what kind of tree that is, but you know when it has this thin spindle leaf things. More painting studies, and these are in gouache. These are very like, they came out really well for my painting levels at the time. Or maybe my painting levels at the time were better than I give myself credit for. It's just not really a style I do anymore. Like, I applied paint a lot more loosely, and I think that has a certain kind of look to it. But also, like, these values are really subtle. I don't know. Gouache is nice. I was using nice gouaches here. I've made some like really crappy gouache paintings last year that like didn't look as good as this. And one of the common denominators is like bad paper and bad paints. If you use bad paper and bad paints to painting, at least in gouache, in my experience, doesn't turn out that great. So something to think about. I was making some patterns and putting them up on Redbubble, so that's what this is for. I really don't care for anything that's going on there. I should have done watercolors instead of gouache here. Cause it's like opaque one note, but like poorly applied with a crappy brush. It's just not doing it for me. Some stuff about burnout. I had like points that I was making, but I don't particularly care right now. Yeah, he kind of looks like the guy from Hunter x Hunter. We got like, I don't know, but I feel like I was a little bit ahead of the curve with the pants and the dress thing here. I don't know, yeah. A lot of things going on with my style. I mean, I guess I like it on this character. I wouldn't wear that though. Okay. Stars, blue, table, amoeba. I need to harness your powers, fluorescent yellow, but you smell like death. I wonder what kind of pen this is. I don't know. Another frog. And gouache. That's uh Tilly monster. There it is. Tully monster. And then we get upside down because of course. This was also fun. This ended up on I was like doing amoeba inspired stars. You know, that's a fun idea. Hello, Yumi. Very cryptic, but I like it. I made a sculpture and then I drew it. It's crazy that I forgot the name of this dinosaur. Carnotaurus, there it is. It's my favorite dinosaur. Those little stumpy arms. I was definitely like inspired by James Gurney and stuff for doing that, but if you know, you know. And then this is not all of my drawings from here, because there are some really cool ones, but I decided I'd show them off. I went through this phase where I was making paint when I was like 19 or something. So this painting was made with only paints that I like literally I had a paint grinder, a muller, and pigments, and I made gouache and oil paints. And these are gouache, and I made all of these gouache from pigments, from naturalpigments.com and other places. But isn't that kind of cool? I still have some of those paints, actually. And it's a pretty decent painting, too. I think I actually filmed myself making that. These are when I start like being kind of okay with brush pens, because I open myself to the wide world of, I guess this is right after high school or like senior year when we were all home because of COVID, because I'm a 2020 graduate, baby. Yes, I am. I'm a class of 2020, so if you know, you know. Um, I'm starting to get into those Kuretake Zig brush pens, and it's just nice because, you know, I gravitate towards very skinny pens. So I have this cartoony style that I did, and then this is starts with an S. I forget. It's very fun. I'm definitely getting better overall, like more consistently good with my drawings here. I don't remember how I was practicing at this point. I guess I was just like painting a lot. Snakes. I do love snakes. Always, always, always love snakes. And I didn't treat this like a sketchbook, so it's not fully like worked through. Oop. That's fun. Never go wrong with a good, like, gestural hand drawing. This sucks, but, you know, glad that I kept attempting perspective and environments, even if it wasn't, like, good attempts. Love a good outdoor drawing. Definitely love the restraint and how I kind of worked on the... Oh my gosh, y'all, it stopped recording early. So let me just, like, I'm not right here again. Okay. So I was gonna say, this is definitely Zilker. I like the restraint that I used here in the grass. This is a pretty well rendered little landscape sketch, which is, I guess, kind of surprising. I don't know. I don't know how much better I've gotten at this kind of stuff recently, honestly. I like these skulls. I do. I do. Then another straight on perspective. It's okay. I would handle the values and the shading differently. I would drill down on more of the perspective and a lot of different, like this here doesn't match. This door should be a darker value. And a few other nitpicks. But I was saying for here, I probably messed up the eyes and then decided to black them out. This is an interesting angle of a face, and then these, I was saying, are probably from a book because it doesn't totally look like something I draw. Okay. I like this back that I did. There's that Soho. Okay, last one of this batch. Last one of this batch. I do like here that there is an attempt to do a cover. I seem to remember right now that I went on Coolers, I believe, to look for a color palette here, which is why it's so intriguing. It's intriguing, but it's a little too, I don't know how to put it. When I use color palettes from a color palette generator, it feels like I want to be colorful, but I also want to be safe, and I kind of don't like that. I feel like it comes through in the drawing. So this is senior year, so I guess we're going back in time a little bit. This is like early senior year, I want to say, maybe junior. I love the style here. This is sort of the Adrienne style that I'm going for, like 80s reporter, preppy, something, something, something. So I'm kind of developing that. And then this is a house that I built in The Sims, actually. And then this is a house from the French Quarter in New Orleans, because I'm obsessed with the houses there. With some very fun hands. This is like kind of, yeah, this is supposed to be Adrienne, I think. I like the way that I'm using the pens and it's working, and I like how I'm mixing the Poscas. This drawing is strange to me, but what are you gonna do? So definitely drilling down on buildings more. Love the colors that I'm matching together here. This sucks. There's just a lot of like little things wrong with the anatomy that kind of come together to make it a pretty crap drawing. And the line art isn't great too. Honestly, I don't know what, I don't know if it's Wario or WickDonald's or like what is going on with this drawing here, but it was the thing that I made. I like this. I think there's charm to my pen drawings from this era when I didn't go over pencil. But when I went over pencil, I think I just choked up and it just wasn't the same. But this is a painting I was thinking about making and I never did. And then some other thumbnails, I guess. This is from a Nile Red video, actually, when he made gold or something. I don't know. Trying to work on some action shots. I love this snake guy. I don't know what possessed me to do that. Just really random stuff. I think I was babysitting a rat, so I drew the rat a lot. Then I did a portrait of somebody on IG. This is fun. That's a fun thumbnail. I don't know. I don't know if I would make a painting like that anymore, but maybe I should. I don't know. This was a character from something, but I don't know what. Oh, you know what? It's the same, it's the guy with the freckles. It's from that universe. And I was obsessed with deserts. This is also really cool. I had a lot of very interesting ideas at this point, and a lot of them never saw fruition because I don't think other people got what I was trying to do, and I don't think I got what I was trying to do, and you know, many such cases in my life. So yeah, we're drilling down on thumbnails and perspective. I think my sketches, a lot of these sketches and like thumbnail drawings are so much better than like the finished pieces that I was coming out with, which is so interesting to me. This is a study from something. I don't know who that is, but... And then this is definitely Fiona Apple. Just because I remember that's from, I think, the Criminal video. Also from the Criminal video, that's just a picture of Fiona Apple. We got Kill la Kill fan art. I love that blue and red color combo so much. It's actually crazy. And here's my cat. Hello, kitty. I'm filming, darling. Ooh, I know. I know. So this is a Portuguese man of war. I know it's hard to tell, but don't love the drawing. Do love Portuguese men of war for sure. More Carnotaurus, but I made him like a leopard. Cute little drawings. Cute little drawings that I like. More Kill la Kill. It's very simple, but I like it. This is from something. I don't know what it is. My heart says Dos Diablos, but Dos Diablos is I think what it is. An attempt to do character sketches that fell through. And then like semi self-portraits, but like, you know, cartoony ones, I guess. Weren't very successful, but fun stuff. This is also from the Freckles universe. I enjoy this drawing of my own hand. Another Freckles universe character. 2 more Kill la Kill drawings. I was really just like, you know, rotating through the same few things, I suppose. A million different styles of peacocks, and then these, I do believe I went actually to go see some peacocks and then draw them in person. Probably came back and like worked on it some more, but we got like, this is that mouthless character. She's making an appearance. Interesting. Simple, but I like it, you know. I would just add more detail and better gesture nowadays, but I made this really interesting gouache piece for Vase, and they loved it, but they also didn't like it. Like, they didn't like that I was doing, I don't think they ever liked that I was doing illustration style stuff for Vase, and they wanted like straightforward fine art pieces. And like, even though I am more of a straightforward fine artist now, I still don't make straightforward fine art pieces. Yeah, square peg, round hole. I would always get like 1 point under what you would need to qualify for state, because it'd be 61 points, and I'd make like 59 or 60. Just because I think they wanted me to know that they liked my stuff, but it was 100% not what they were looking for. I definitely didn't realize fully like what that meant, but these are studies for a piece I actually did end up making, and I do like, but there's a lot more fun and interest here in these thumbnails than in the piece, right? Like, there's a lot more life. Like, I took that piece and I rendered it to death. To death. And I think that's probably why I paint how I paint now, because there's just something about that I really don't care for. I love anytime when I was using like all the different colors and this watercolor palette that I had. Or no, these are watercolors that I bought actually, like from the tube. That's pretty fancy for me. Yeah, Sonichu, I don't know. I don't know. Then I made this. This popped off on Instagram for me at the time, y'all. It's nice. It's a nice, like, I like the way I paint it sometimes. Um, it's like good enough to where I'm like, I don't even really paint like that now, and it's a nice look. More of that snake character, more cartoony stuff. This is fun. That style is fun. My life is completely not going in that direction. These are drawings that my friend made, who's also very talented. Definitely a different style, but very, very, very talented lady. Um, Carnotauruses, Carnotaurus skeleton. This one kind of a nerd, y'all. Carnotaurus. More Carnotaurus, more Carnotaurus. Fun color things. This is kind of cool. This is almost something. Like, I don't like the way I did the cactus, but that's almost something. I should really go, like, looking through these and adopt some of these concepts, maybe. Interesting color splotch things. Still obsessed with this color. I bought it in every art supply I could. More skeletons. I like that one. That's a good skeleton. Drawing characters. This gives like Mad Men to me. I had not seen that show at this point. I only recently started that. The lanyard thing, I don't know. I don't know what possessed me to make this, but I still love it. Like, you know what it was? We had to start wearing lanyards to school, and if we didn't, the person at school would chase us down the hallway. And I think I got chased one time. Uh, and I asked my advisory teacher, I said, why are we wearing lanyards? Why do we have to wear lanyards? And she said, it's so we can identify your bodies if you get shot in a school shooting. In case you're older than I am, I wonder what being in high school is like nowadays. Or, not nowadays, in 2020, I don't know. 2018, whenever the frick that was. Ketchup. I'm doing something, honey. Ooh, it's not ketchup time. Okay. Always gotta be a few blank pages. I can't ever just finish anything. This is based on somebody. I don't know who. And then sketches from my friend and a cat drawing. So that's a very appropriate send off because that is my last sketchbook that I'm flipping through for this portion. Yeah. Want to say something to the audience, Kitty? Well, thank you all for watching.